right. Hello, friends. I am currently about to leave my house to go take my computer and all my work stuff back to, I guess, my old employer now. I have quit my job. Hooray! For those of you that don't know, my husband Jesse and his dad, they actually own their own company and they're growing, and they decided to hire me to do a lot of the office stuff for their company. So I have left my customer service job to go work for them, and I am now just taking all my old work stuff back to my old employer. It's currently Tuesday, like the week before December, and I actually have this entire week off. My last day was actually Wednesday of last week at my old job, and I decided just to have kind of like a week and a half to relax, do house stuff, get myself together before starting a new job. So anyways, that is what we're doing. So I figured I'd bring my camera and bring you guys along with me. I think I'm also gonna stop at Tim Hortons and get myself like a tea, maybe a coffee. I could go for a coffee. Hi, can I get a medium regular coffee? And a plain bagel toasted with butter. That's everything. Thank you. It's winter and my hands are all sorts of dry now. Getting cracked cuticles. Thank you so much. You too. And now I am off to the office. I'm gonna turn my camera off and I will talk to you guys later. Man, that was so weird. I just walked out of this office for the last time. Well, I mean, I hope it's the last time at this point, because if I had to come back here, that'd be embarrassing. I mean, it's funny because I haven't been in this office much in the past like 4 years since COVID, because I started working from home, as most of the world did, and we just never ended up having to come back to the office. So I only ever came in when we had like launches with our website or group events or activities or lunches or something like that. But that being said, I'm ready for a change. I'm ready to leave this place behind. I'm still gonna end up seeing some of my coworkers, like one of my best girlfriends still works here. So I'm still gonna get all the tea from them about what's going on, but I'm ready to change. I was getting a little bit burnt out here, I think. We'll see what this new chapter brings. But yeah, that was good. I saw my boss. My boss is also one of my good friends at this point, so I'm sure that I'll still see her. We'll go out for coffees and whatnot, and she can actually give me all the tea from her end that she couldn't give me before because I worked for her. Anyways, what time is it? It's like 20 after 2 now, so I'm going to drive home and hopefully not hit a bunch of traffic. And I actually have something at home that I want to show you guys, because my friend and I on the weekend, we went and she needed stuff from the beauty supplier, so I took her to the beauty supplier because I used to do hair, so I have like accounts at the beauty supplier that I can still use even though I don't do hair anymore. Anyways, but we went to the beauty supplier and I got her a bunch of stuff from the supplier, and then we ended up going to the bookstore and I saw something there that like I had on my Amazon wish list, but they had it there and I was asking for it from Jesse for Christmas. But since I saw it there, I texted him and I was like, hey, look what they have here. Do you want to just like let me use your money to buy it and get an early Christmas present? And he said yes. So, oh, I'm still so excited about it. Like, it's already home and unpacked and on my bookshelves and everything already, but it is, you'll see it. You'll see it when we get home. It is stunning. It is stunning. So I am literally the worst YouTuber ever. It is fully the next day, and I realized that I never even showed you guys the thing that I wanted to show you guys when I got home from dropping my stuff off. I just went to another hot yoga class this morning, and now I'm showered. That's why my hair is kind of looking like it is. But I came home, I showered, I'm about to make myself some tea, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I wanted to show you guys because it's very exciting. What tea do I want today? I'm gonna have my Murchie's Christmas time tea. I wish you guys could like smell this through the screen because it just smells so good. What's it supposed to smell like? This festive blend of rich black tea with cinnamon, cloves, orange, and vanilla is the quintessential taste of the season. Celebrate traditions, both old and new, by sharing this special blend with family and friends. How nice. I need to wipe things off.
Because my house is always a mess. My house is too small for anything.
I'm gonna use my literal tea mug. As I was singing, my house, I don't know how people live in like tiny, tiny, tiny little like studio apartments, or what are they called? Is it called a studio apartment or like a bachelor apartment when there's not even like a separate bedroom? It's just like an open kitchen, living room, bedroom, and like a bathroom. I honestly, I don't know how people do it. And especially if they're not a single person, like two people. How do two people live in that? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because our little basement suite that we're in, it's not even that small, honestly. We've just accumulated so much stuff over the years. Like half of our kitchen, I don't know if you've ever seen it in the background of my videos. I honestly try not to get the clutter in my videos, but it is what it is. Such is life. But half of our kitchen is just full of storage stuff. Like, because we don't have like we don't have a ton of storage space. We have a big basement suite, but there's not a ton of actual storage space. So half of our kitchen, it's kind of like a sunroom area, but it's just full of stuff. I guess people that live in like those small apartments would have a proper designated storage locker or something. I don't know how people do it. I don't think I'd be able to do it. But that being said, some of those little apartments are very pretty. Our basement suite is old. I think this house was built in like the 70s. So it's not necessarily like super nice or super fancy, but where we live here, we pay super cheap rent considering what we have and where we are. So, oh well, it's not forever. It's just until hopefully we can save up enough money and buy a house. If you know what the housing market is like in Vancouver, it's insane. So we'll see how long that takes. But like, we don't even have a dishwasher in our kitchen. I am the dishwasher, me. I think my tea is sufficiently steeped. A lot of the time I accidentally oversteep my tea and it just starts tasting a little bit bitter. I haven't let this steep for too long, but I put 2 bags in here, so you can't see anything that I'm doing. Sugar, tea, and a little bit of milk. Oh yeah, that's good. I take you back over to the living room and show you what I wanted to show you. So I think I mentioned yesterday that I got these, this was a box set that I got from the bookstore. Well, Jesse got it for me from the bookstore. These aren't new books whatsoever. They are cult classics. I'm trying to give you hints to see if anyone can guess what they are before I show you. But they are cult classics. These are special editions of them. I've never actually owned my own copies of these books. And I don't know how recent it was, but they actually changed the covers from the original covers to a cover that I really don't like. I don't like the new covers, but these special editions are more reminiscent of the original covers, and they are just freaking beautiful. Anyways, enough babbling. I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you can read those at all, but it is the Twilight series, these special edition like white covers of the Twilight series. And it included the I don't have the novella, but it included the Short Life of Bree Tanner novella, which is I just left it up on my shelf there. And it also included Midnight Sun, which I've actually never read either of those, so those will be brand new reads for me. Let's just go through these one by one though, because they are actually beautiful. So we've got like the spine that has obviously the title, the author name. It's a white spine. The back is nice and bright red. And the fronts of these covers, like, are you kidding me? They're literally the exact same as the original covers, but they're in white and they don't have any text or anything. It's just like the image. Now, if you've seen the original covers, it's obviously the black version with like the title right up at the top here, but then they changed the covers so like the image is kind of more zoomed in, and the text for the title of the book just covers the whole front cover, and I don't know, I don't like it. Something about it, I don't like it. So that's the first one, Twilight. This one is New Moon, obviously. Same thing. Then we've got Eclipse. Same thing. Breaking Dawn. And Midnight Sun, which, y'all, this is a chunky book. And at first, like, I really had no idea what Midnight Sun was about, because I think this one only came out in like 2020, whereas obviously all the rest of them came out in like the early 2000s. I actually, like, this wasn't even ever on my radar. I didn't ever think I would read it, but obviously it was included in this box set, so now I have to read it. And I honestly had no idea what it was going to be about. I didn't know that it was following basically the events from the first book, but from Edward's perspective. But that intrigues me so much, because you really never know what's going on in Edward's head. And I really want to read it and see all the cringy moments from his point of view. I'm also interested to see if Stephenie Meyer's like writing style changes at all from the first 4 books to this one. Anyways, that's what I was so excited about. That's one of my kind of early Christmas presents from Jesse, and I'm so happy. I was trying to find copies of these books with the original covers, because I wanted to actually, like, I've listened to the audiobooks and I've read the books on like my Kindle and stuff, but I actually wanted physical books to go through and annotate them. But I didn't like the new covers, so I had been trying to find the original covers, but I don't think anybody wants to ever get rid of them at this point, because the original covers are just so much better than the new covers. And at this point, they're probably worth a decent amount of money, because if people want to get their hands on those original covers, like, they are part of the cult, you know? And if someone hasn't already gotten rid of them, it's because they want to hold on to them forever. So I'm glad that I found these ones. I'm pretty sure these special editions, I don't think they're like limited edition or anything like that. I'm pretty sure they've been out for a while. I think they might have even come out before Midnight Sun was released, because I had seen some where the box set just had the first 4 books and didn't have Midnight Sun or the novella. So I'm glad that I got the extra couple books, because that's just brilliant. But I wanted the physical copies because I actually wanted to like go through and annotate them, which like I'm a little bit hesitant to do that now because these copies are so pretty. But at the same time, I'm never gonna get rid of these, so why not annotate them? Like, it's only gonna be me that's reading them. It's not like I need to keep them in pristine condition, other than my OCD wanting to keep them in pristine condition. But I think I'll probably, sometimes most of the time when I annotate books, I go in with like a pen, but I'll probably just go in with a pencil, so I'm not defacing them as badly. I'm just so happy. I'm gonna put these back on my shelf. I'll show you. Hold on, one sec. So I think I'm also really happy about those because I really don't own many like special edition books. Yeah, I really only own like those ones and a few others. So I have them. I'm starting to fill a couple shelves on my wall here with like special editions at this point, which I don't have a lot of, but I'll show you what I do have. So obviously I have the Twilight books. This is the little novella, the short story, or the short Second Life of Bree Tanner. And then I have my Fourth Wing and Iron Flame special editions. This one's got the sprayed edges. I will say this special edition, like, it's not that special. It's just plain black sprayed edges. Like, I mean, whatever. It's not like I spent extra money on it, so I don't really care. And then I have this special edition of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which, let me just give you a quick little like preview of this. This is the front cover. It's illustrated by the people that did all the decorations and stuff for the movies. So there's cute little drawings, and there's actually, if I can find some of them, there's actually some, yeah, like this one. There's some interactive elements too, so you can like flip this open and spin this around, and so I have that one. And then that goes right there. And then the only other special editions that I have are the Crescent City special editions from Barnes & Noble. That just the first and second one so far. I don't think they've come out with a special edition of the third one yet, but these are, it's just the covers that are special, but they are beautiful. So they've got the Sarah J. Maas and the title on the spine, and then the cover just doesn't have any text. It's just the image, and same with the other one. So yeah, and those are literally the only special edition books that I own. I just have the rest of my Massiverse books on the same shelf to keep those all together. And then up there is obviously my actual like special edition kind of collection. But other than that, I really don't own a ton of special edition books unless it's a book that I would absolutely die for. If I already own it, I'm not about to go spend money just to have a book that looks better, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know. I don't care to have multiple copies of the same book. I'm not Like I was talking about earlier with this, like we have a fairly big basement suite, but I don't have enough storage space or bookshelf space or wall space to add more bookshelves just so I can have multiple copies of the same book. I'm sure if I had space, I'd be like, heck yeah, and money. Money's the other thing. But I also just, I don't care. I don't care to have. I know a lot of people love to have like original covers, special edition covers, sprayed edges, signed copies, copies from different areas of the world or different languages or whatever. I don't care. I really don't care. Oh, actually, the only one, it's not up on my special editions shelf, but the only book that I'd say I got that like is just a not gimmicky, but like I got as a funny little thing is this version of Harry Potter, which is the Scots edition. And when you're reading it, it's actually written in like a Scottish accent. I don't know how to explain that, and I'm not gonna try reading it because I don't have a Scottish accent, and I'm just gonna sound really dumb. But I'll see if I can show you guys. I don't know if you can see that very well. But if you take a second to try to read that, it looks like it should be English. But it's not. Like it is, like you can read it, but it's the way that it's spelt is as if it's almost phonetically Scottish. So yeah, that's kind of the one book that I own that is not necessarily for like my own reading purposes. It's just because it's cool and funny and different. But other than that, I don't have any books on my shelves that I don't actually like plan on reading or have read. And even then, I try to go through my books quite often and honestly get rid of books that I don't think I'm gonna reread. Or if it's been sitting on my shelf for a long time and I have never read it, I try not to keep it unless I plan on reading it soon, because it's just wasteful. Someone else can enjoy it more than I will. I've been rambling for so long. I just wanted to mostly show you guys my new Twilight books that are absolutely my whole world right now. I can't stop looking at them. Good morning. As you can tell, I just woke up like a few minutes ago. It's been a few days since I updated last. This is a recurring theme, we're not surprised at all. But it's just about 8 a.m. I don't know if you can see that at all. But I am just about to head out to another fitness class. But I have like 8 minutes till I have to leave. So I figured I'd pick up the camera and give you a little update on where I am. Plans for today are go to my fitness class, come home, shower, read as much as I can today and relax for most of it. And then we actually have a like work Christmas party. It's just a dinner tonight for Jesse's work, and I guess my work now too, because I start my new job with them on Monday. So we have our Christmas dinner with them tonight at like 7:30. So I'll basically just be kind of hanging out, relaxing, reading all day until I have to start getting ready for that. But I think the last time I updated, I mentioned that I was working on Fuel the Fire, part of the Addicted Calloway Sisters series, and I am just about done. I think I have a little over 100 pages left, so I'm hoping I can finish that today. In addition to that, if I can finish it which I'm hoping I can. I think I'll have enough hours in the day to do it. But I'm also reading, what's it called? We Used to Live Here. And that's basically, it's supposedly a novella, but it's like 300 pages long. Like, I'd say it's like a normal book length. But it is honestly the creepiest, chilliest, like thriller horror book I have read in a while. Like, to the point where I was reading it last night and I had to keep putting it down because I was getting like really creeped out by it and like scared. Like, if this was a movie, I wouldn't watch it because I don't like watching scary movies. And I'm the type of person, when I'm reading, I don't actually picture things in my head very easily. But unfortunately, with this book, I am. So it's kind of already playing like a movie in my head, and there's just the way that the author describes certain events. Oh my god. I was getting creeped right the fuck out. Like, I had to keep putting the book down and be like, okay, calm down. It's not real. It's just a book. It's fake. But like, it's really good. Like, it's gripping. Like, I didn't want to put it down, but I had to put it down for my own sanity. But anyways, I'm about halfway through that, so hopefully I can finish both of those books today before we go out for dinner. That's my update. I now have like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna get my bag packed up here, get my shoes on, and head out the door, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hello. So shockingly, I'm actually giving you an update the same day. I went to my workout class this morning, came home, showered, did all that stuff that I said that I was gonna do, except what I didn't do was read any of Fuel the Fire. I did finish We Used to Live Here. Oh my god, so good. Okay, I'm currently just getting ready, so I'm waiting for my stuff to heat up. Okay, that's hot. But yeah, We Used to Live Here, so good. I ended up giving it 5 stars. If you like nightmare fuel or you like proper scary horror movie style books, I would highly, highly, highly recommend it. Like, as I said, like, I had to keep putting it down because it was freaking me out last night. Finishing it today, I was totally fine because I was reading it in the middle of the day when it wasn't, you know, like dark out and stuff. But it was really good, and I ended up going down a like Reddit rabbit hole because there was just so much more lore to the actual story than what was just in the book. And the end of the book, you end up with so many questions. I had the book on my Kindle and I was listening to the audiobook. The audiobook was good, but there's certain aspects that if you're interested in looking deeper into the lore, you won't get that from the audiobook. You have to have the physical book so you can see what's going on. The physical book or the Kindle version. The Kindle version was perfectly fine. But yeah, it was amazing. I really enjoyed it. I think some people would probably be irritated by how many questions you're left with at the end, but I didn't mind it because I ended up going down that Reddit rabbit hole. That being said, because of that, I didn't end up reading any more of Fuel the Fire. So, like, I think I just read like maybe 5 pages before I started getting ready here. Didn't finish that, but that's okay. So yeah, that's what I did today. I read the rest of the book slowly. Like, I probably could have finished it within a couple hours, but it ended up taking me so long because I was getting distracted while I was reading it. Not because it was a bad book, just because, like, ADHD. I didn't end up doing anything else today. So I think tomorrow, I haven't decided if I want to go to a fitness class tomorrow or not, just because I don't know what tonight will entail. I don't know if I'm gonna end up like drinking tonight at the Christmas party, or if I do end up drinking, I don't know how much I'm gonna have. So depending on that, I may or may not go to my fitness class tomorrow morning. But then I'm hoping, I think Jesse and I have plans to go, he wants to go look at a like bike shop for some stuff tomorrow. So I think we might go do that in like the early afternoon. And then at some point we'll come home. And I think that's when I'll try to finish Fuel the Fire. Because I still, like, I have, you know, I only have about 100 pages left, so I don't have that much. But yeah, it's just taking me a minute to read it. So anyways, that's where we're at. That's kind of my plan. I'm gonna keep getting ready here and pop on a new audiobook and listen to that while I'm getting ready.